All praises, all praises. All praise to the Most High God, the source and creator of all things and everything. First off, thank you for rising us, as well as rising everything and everyone else. Thank you for protecting us while we rested, as well as protecting everything and everyone else while they rested. Yeah, down a little bit. Yeah. Oh, y'all know my PSA. I'm not a pastor, preacher, deacon. I'm definitely no reverend. I'm just a sinner turned to a servant delivering the message. That's it. I'm gonna get right here. Yeah, I told y'all I don't really live long. Like I just be real. I'd rather just be out the way and I'm not doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Negative. I'm out here just trying to speak my mind and help the people, help the world. That's it. In any type of fashion. That's really it. But I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. Yesterday I had made a 40-minute video. I was just talking about how I was feeling about certain things, about from hometown, just me, about life, the spiritual. I was talking about a lot of stuff. Tell me why just for me to get home and try to get in the CapCut and mess with something. A minimum 30 minutes of that video, the audio got messed up. I think this died on me in the midst of it, and I thought I turned it back on, and I really did, but it must went right back dead. So I charged it up, so hopefully everything be well today. And then after that, I recorded like a 20-minute video where I was bringing out, I want to say James, things like that. And yeah, I was kind of low key mad. I was really low key mad because I'm like, nothing but then, because like I said, I was talking about a lot of stuff. I'm gonna touch on it in this video, but right now I'm really just, I'm feeling well. Took a little ride on the bike. Feeling well, and like usual, I'm always thinking. Even when I be resting, I literally be be having these thoughts and like be in the midst of resting and praying, because it's like I be conscious, and it's like, I'm just, man, hey, man, God cleanse me, constantly correct me, because I know sometimes um I could not be I don't want to say open to correction, but I'm looking at things wrong. I have to allow you to continue to work in me, work on me, and work through me. When I say work through me, you're helping people around me, because it'd be like people around me that I really love, but right now I see the spirit that they operating in is not, it's not good. It's corrupting them. It's opening gates of demonic spirits to come onto them. It's not helping their family. It's not helping their household. It's like everybody is opening up these gates of demonic spirits to come in and roam wild, as far as on the children, the adults, or anybody who come over here. And it's like, man, why y'all can't just see it like I see it? And I constantly reflect and be like, remember a few years ago, people probably was trying to lead you to God. You wasn't listening. You didn't care about it. You would hear them out of respect, but you still, in your alone time, or when you're not around them, you still doing your own thing. Have patience with them just as well as your father had patience with you. Continue to be the light. Continue to be the light. Don't dim your light to please them. I don't want to hurt their feelings. No. Sometimes, in a lot of cases, our feelings need to be hurt for us to see things differently. It could be something far as like, we'll touch on this. It could be something far as like a relationship for my man. And I'm gonna be doing it throughout the video, because I just want to see what's going on. Because like I said, I'm tucked away in a corner, and I'm constantly just out just seeing what's going on around me. But but the main thing about just about a relationship, a man and woman, a woman and man, people can probably be telling you they no good for you, they no good for you, get out of it. You'll get signs and warnings, but you so engulfed in it or so desperate, you just want to hang on to them until that person shows you they really don't care about you, never cared about you, whether they was draining you, using you, or whatever, cheating on you, whatever the case is, whatever the case may be. When your feelings get hurt, Your emotions get shattered. Now your eyes is open. Oh, they not for me. You gonna have your select few people that's gonna be. I told you this stupid tale and all that. And some of them they gonna be patient with you and be like, we did tell you that, but it's okay, baby. You seen for yourself now. So move along. So it's like I feel like the same is in the spiritual, on the spiritual side of life. When God probably been calling you, He wants you to live for Him, serve to Him. Forget about that old way of living, that old mindset, your old corrupted ways that's filling your heart, or you've been programmed to think and do. It's became the quote unquote norm to you. It's like when your eyes finally open up, when you tired of your life getting the same results, when you tired of feeling depressed or empty, you tired of feeling like you battling spirits, or you see what I'm saying? When you reach that point of I had enough, like legit had enough, you will finally drop your knees and confess your sins to God. You will confess that you are a sinner, you're wicked, you need help, cleanse you, cleanse your mind, body, soul, and spirit, as well as renew it. Align me with the will and purpose you have for my life. It's a daily process, like I always tell y'all. It's a daily process when you come on this walk. It's a daily process. But oh, there's something else I had touched on. But yeah, it's a daily process, and I don't want to before I touch off that. I mean, get off that. Remember, when you finally reach that point, you will come. But obviously, a lot of people around me, or people in general, a lot of them haven't reached that point yet. They might have to constantly keep getting hurt, or whatever the case may be. Whatever is going on in your life, this is not one thing. This is universal because you can apply it to any area of your life. If you're tired of getting negative results, you're tired of feeling like this is not. I mean, I know it's more than my life than this. Positively, productively, you'll make that change, and you can't do it alone. For one, you're gonna need God. That's the main part. You're gonna need God. Trust me, you're gonna need God. So, and then what I had touched on yesterday, just think about throughout your whole life. People we hurt people, we get hurted, we sin against people, people sin against us, people do things to us that we do not like, and we do things to people that they don't like. And sometimes we are putting our heart like, man, I'm not forgiving them. I'm going to have hatred to them and hold a grudge. I don't care. That could be 10, 20, 30, 40 plus years ago. Every time I hear their name or I even see them, everything is coming back to me. We don't like to forgive. Think about this. We have to forgive people, not for them, for ourselves, and because our Father told us to and want us to. But think about this. How are we gonna constantly ask God for forgiveness of our sins, our shortcomings, whether we know it or we know better or don't know better, if we can't even forgive people down here that we operate on the daily? And I know that touched deep because we all go through it and went through it. It's probably specific people or a lot of people in our life that done wronged us, said something that hurt us deep, and it's still hitting us to this day. We literally have to. I forgive you. You know not what you say. You know not what you do. Whether you know better or you don't. But think about this. God gonna forgive you, but He extending that grace and mercy on you and forgive you of all your shortcomings. Be patient with you. He wants you to do the same for your brothers and sisters down here. He wants you to do the same for your brothers and sisters. And trust me, that is very hard. This coming from experience. This is a person who, man, I'm be right, be having hatred built up in my heart towards people. They probably did or said things years ago, and we have to forgive me, Father. I have sinned against you, and they have sinned against me. I have sinned against them. Anyone I have wronged, man, put on their spirit to forgive me, as well as put on my spirit to forgive people who wronged me. Because I know I need forgiveness from you to go forward in my life. Is it still going? See, that's that stuff I be talking about. Oh, it's still green. Boy, that sun coming out. Ooh, beautiful. But, and then this, when we think, just think about love for a minute. What is true love? When you think about love, you're going to think about God. And simply I say that because I'm finna put something on your mind. Think about this. Any type of situation, relationship, or whatever. someone disrespected you, don't listen to you, don't respect you, just do everything that you tell them not to do, and they just do you wrong constantly, 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 you will fall out of love with them eventually. But think about this. God forever loves you, even when he sent you signs to stop separating yourself from him. Sent you warnings of you living wrong, you walking down the wrong path, you hanging with the wrong people, you disobeying me. I saved you. I have mercy on you, constantly going back. You constantly going back to the people, place, and things that is not of me and that separate me from you. They pulling you from me. But I'm going to forever love you. I'm not going to turn my back on you. I might let wrath hit you, hoping that's shaking you up. But still at the core, he still loves you. He still wants you to come to him. He don't care how much you have sinned. He don't care how much you have done. He gonna cleanse you up because you still his child. Now that's really unconditional love at the highest level. And down here, I'm gonna be real. These days, boy, you don't even text or call someone. Oh, they don't even love you no more. Just think about that. Think about. I'm pretty sure it was once or plenty of seasons throughout our life where we wasn't talking to God. We were separated from God. We was far away from God. And God, he still opened you up. He still opened his arms full of love to you when you did run back to him. Even though he probably sent signs to warn you, man, you're doing this wrong. That's not really me. I know it look good, sound good, but that's not of me, son. That's not of me, daughter. But he is not gonna push you away. Like I always tell myself now, God, I mean, we will walk away from God before he walk away from us. Like, think about that. I know we even got so used to people walking away from us, so we so easy to walk away from people, but God would never walk away from you. Just think about it. Look at just life. All the wicked people done, and then how they did a 360 and came to the light and they live for God. They speak for God. They live for God. Front to back, left to right, top to bottom now. Think about that. That's pure love. That's literally pure love right there. That's pure love, son. And like we like to throw this term around, conditional love and unconditional love. That right there is unconditional love. No matter how bad you are, how separated you are, God won't forever love you. He don't care what the world think of you. You come to him sincerely, he is going to love you, correct you, and bless you. It's not going to happen overnight. Like just it, and then think about this. Majority of everything that the enemy do or try to do that's against God, God always have something to, I ain't gonna say just bring you back in, but the real authentic. Whatever God has for you, the real authentic version, God, I mean the enemy always gonna have a counterfeit of it. GMO as y'all like you see what I'm saying? It's BS, it's fake. You got the truth, you got the lies. God is the truth, enemy is a lie. Like, and that's just so when you sit down and just marinate on that, I kid you not, man. That give you some faith and hope. They give you some faith and hope that man, I know I'm far away from you, God, right now. You know this. I don't care like what you can hide stuff from the world, you can hide from your parents, your brothers, your family, whatever. But God know your dirt. God know what you deal with eternally. He know you deal with these spirits. He know you deal with all these different spirits that you have allowed to come on you, whether you doing stuff to yourself that you don't even know about, or the people, place, and things you are constantly around that's bringing this stuff on you. But God always wants you to come to Him because He gonna get you right. It's gonna take some time, but He gonna get you right. Just be patient, become obedient. Discipline. He know we lack all these things. Like me talking to y'all, I lack discipline, obedience. I'm not the naturally disciplined person. But I'm starting to see day by day the growth God is putting in me. He making me disciplined, want more out of life. It's like a lot of stuff that I'm interested in now. like I want to do and strive to do. I should have been on that years ago. Hey, how you doing, sir? I should have been on that years ago, but I wasn't. But it's still like God rising me up. He's not done with me. I know I'd have made many mistakes in my life and stuff like that, but it's still, he don't want me to have a mindset like, oh, I'm a failure, just give up on life and just let the world have me. No, he want me to learn from my mistakes, but allow him to guide me on this journey. Don't make the same mistakes, son. I know you wish 5 to 10 years ago you would have this mindset. You would have been doing this. You would have saved money. You would have done all this. We can look back on our life and all that, but this is what we are due to the decisions that we made and the choices we made and decisions we made and our mindset that we have. But we right here today. We can start a change. We don't have to wait for just to have a certain amount of money to change. We don't wait to have the right people around us to change. No, God is coming into your life now to change you, to start the process, now. Like, if we still recording that bit, like on like I constantly say, I aspire to be a husband, be a father of plenty of children, be a be a servant of God. But and I want to do it the way he want me to do it. I want to be led by the Spirit of God. I don't no longer want to do it my way or just how I've been raised to do it, because the way I've been raised to think or do certain things, it may not be the right way. It might not be right there with what God wanted. So right now, God, me as a young man, right here, right now, a young king, don't have none of those things that I aspire to have, those good aspirations. And since I know you deeply desired it, as well as you deeply desire to do it the right way, aka the God way, your creator way, I got to take you through a process right now. So I need you to fully surrender your life to me each and every day. I know your flesh rise because you have became comfortable with sin. You became comfortable with sin. You got so friendly with sin that you didn't even know who I was. You didn't know how to look for me. You was looking at all these places being tossed to and fro in the enemy. That was the enemy confusing you, son. But hey, that's behind you now. We taking steps forward to the life I have for you and what I called you to do. So it's like one of those situations where, hey, just come as you are. And we're gonna take all that stuff in you. I'm gonna cleanse it, I'm gonna make it better. And I'm gonna build you up to something great that you never seen before, the world never seen before, but it's something that the world needs. It's like right now, we all destined for greatness and we have free will to lock in and pursue it for God, or just be lazy and let the enemy have our way. Now we have that free will, but at the same time, it would be wise of us to take advantage of that free will and do it the way God wants to do. Take that free will, come to him. What do you want me to do? What do you have for my life? What do you want me to do? I'm calling myself a servant. I literally want to live for you. I literally want to be the light in the darkness. I want to change my life. I want to change my circumstances. I want to be the light for my family because they are full of corrupted darkness people. I know that's where I come from. I know I used to be doing things that was dark and corrupted. But now you're pulling the what they call it, they pulling the veil from over my eyes. You're opening my physical eyes more to what's going on, as well as you open my spiritual eyes to see what is going on behind the scenes. And right then and there, that's really a blessing. Because a lot of us, I'm, I'm glad I'm right here today. I'm gonna go and touch on this right here. This brick wall. This is right now. This is going to symbolize basically jail, prison. People who are behind this brick wall, some of them doing 10, 20, 30, 40 plus life. They would never see they would never be able to walk free again. For the rest of their life, for the most part, they would be in a cell in a chaotic environment. People tell them what to do. They don't have hardly no freedom. They following someone else's rules, as well as the only time they get a glimpse of the free world possibly if they let them out to go do work release work. I mean, I think that's what you call it. Don't quote me. Or you see the people on the side of the road picking up trash. They go outside, or they people come see them, or even talk to them. But they would, and some of them they would never be able to walk on the other side and not be confined to this space no more. And even for people, whatever they done to get behind there, because this is not nothing to play with. Because in every situation, everyone's life, you can probably count on one to more fingers. People who they went to jail, they either probably would they in there for life. They probably some of them probably died in there, or whatever the case may be. In the world, people would think that most of the people in the world would think that they're far away, they so far away from God, God don't hear their prayers and they done with them. No. The world may never forgive you for what you have done to get you in that situation. But you sincerely go to God, he'll forgive you. Now you still gonna have to pay the consequences for your actions and what you done. But trust me, the source and creator of all things and everything, he will forgive you. But I don't want that to go over people's head to make it seem like, oh, as soon as you give your life to God and sincerely mean it, whether you behind the walls or not, that every consequence you're gonna have to go away. No, you still gonna have to walk that walk daily. You still gonna have to deal with the consequences that you done. But you never know where God can lead you. You might be behind the wall and get your life right with the Creator. Now you starting the ministry up and now. Now you bring other people. The same. It could be the same people that you was doing certain things with. Both of y'all in there for the same stuff, whatever the situation is. I hope y'all picking up what I'm putting down. No matter what your circumstances is, God, God still love you. He still wants you to come to Him. He can still use you. God can put the spirit on you to start igniting people behind the wall to cleanse their minds up. God, I feel like no matter where you are in life, no matter what situation you're in, God can still use you for His purpose. God can still use you for His purpose. That's the main thing about it. He can still use you for His purpose. And that's the beautiful thing about it, because we'll get in our head, or let the world put in our head that, oh, I'm gone. I can't be used by God. My word, just living wicked for the rest of my life. No, please don't. Nah, please don't do that. Don't do that. And like me, I never been in that situation. But like I said, I done lived the life and lived around members and people who have been through that life. You see what I'm saying? They did what they done, whether they got away with it or had to sit down for a minute, came back. Still and all, man, God can use you. But that same free will that I was talking about a few moments ago, take advantage of that and do right by God. Because think about this. Take that for a little moment. We all done grew up in an environment or have people in our family that love doing wrong. Some of them probably transitioned from here early due to certain things they was doing, or got put up for many years and whatever. If you never looked at that to be like, I'm not looking down on them or judging them, but I want to be better than that. I don't want to be in and out of jail. I don't want to visit my family members or have my family members visit through me through a window or whatever it is. Or the only time I get to see them, I might have quote unquote family day. They can come up here, jokes with me a little bit or eat or whatever, but I still gotta go back and deal with what I'm dealing with behind these walls. You see what I'm saying? Everything is very critical. That's why I'm like, man, we need to take advantage of looking at things from a different perspective and be like, hey, I want better for myself. Not saying I'm better than them, but I see what they go through. And then the people who are behind the walls and the people who live in their life, when they really see what come with it, it would be wise of them to tell another family member whether they living they complete opposite of you, or if you see they on the same type of time from you, but for some reason they constantly get spared. And they keep it solid. It's not like they snitched or whatever. They just always get spared. Like they don't get what I get. Let me take some heed and be like, man, hey, man, do better. because you don't want this. Like, you see what I'm going through and all that stuff. Like, that's what that's like what my mind be at. Cause I remember being a little one. I'm gonna be real, it didn't hit me till later in life, like when I became like a young adult. I remember being a little one going to visit one of my cousins in jail, and I don't know what he was in there for, but all I can remember, his mom was in there with us, and we were sitting there and talking to him, but I seen on his face, now it's all coming back, like when I see on his face, he couldn't really be happy, he couldn't really embrace us and things like that. He couldn't really embrace us. And now it's like I see why he couldn't embrace us, because this is a little piece, this is a little getaway, but at the same time, he know when we leave, it's right back to the chaos. It's right back to whatever he dealing with. You see what I'm saying? So it's like we should try to encourage everyone, man, live a better, man, change your mindset and get on the path where you really being led by your creator the right way, not the God of this world, not the enemy. Like, and then God would send people in the midst of the chaos sometimes to try to warn you or to pull you out of there. But sometimes we so prideful, we too prideful. But like I go back, I always been saying lately, because I see it even in myself. That's why I'm constantly seeking correction and wanting to change. A spirit could be attached to you for so long, it become normal. So when a opposite spirit, like you got a negative demonic spirit attached to you that want nothing to do with God, want nothing to do with purity, righteousness, nothing. It want to just operate in darkness and want to keep you in darkness. So when a godly spirit or a person sent by the Most High to come pull you or try to pull you, you so negative against that. And it's not the person, it's the spirit possessing you. Now you don't want to hear nothing they got to say. And people can think, they can laugh at me and think I'm tripping. I'm not. When you observe and sit back and analyze, you will see these things for yourself. But I know just because a lot of people wasn't raised this way, or everybody, it's like I can be that person that tell you to do right and try to spew knowledge in you and try to give you game, whatever you want to call it. But when you go back home, it's straight demonic. Soon, man, you feel a demonic energy through the door before you even open it. You know it's finna be some BS. So it's like most of the time we be deep down, we have a desire to change, but our houses don't want us to change. Our daily environment don't want to change. Our daily social interactions don't want us to change. They want to constantly keep you down. No, you got to rise above that. That's why I encourage everyone, from the youth to the peers to the elders, take time just for yourself. Get off the phone, get off the media, run away from the parties, the club, get off all the worldly, demonic, killing music. Sit with God and talk to God and release some things that's on your heart that you really feel. Like, seriously, we still recording. I be having to check it now, son, because I'm trying to really run and give game and spread wisdom through these airways and stuff like that. Be having it really make me mad, son. But I'm really trying to make sure everything is good and we really getting off what we getting off, and I hope it really resonates. I really pray it help and heal someone out there. But just think about that. A lot of us be wanting to change, but our environment and our daily habits want to keep us down. But take it day by day. Take it. I encourage you, if you're in that type of situation, man, start off by, most of us, whoever have access to the internet or access, like when I say internet, like you got a computer at home, or majority of people have phones these days. If you got internet and get on it, I encourage you to, man, download a Bible app or watch some sermons or watch something around the topic of seeking God for self or seeking your true purpose in life, or something like around that, just to start the process. Because when God see you start taking that first step, he gonna come with you. He know it's gonna be a lot of resistance. And the resistance is gonna come from two places: yourself, and that's the spirit that's on you. And the resistance is gonna come from everything around you that's really not of you, don't want you to change. I mean, not of God, that don't want you to change. And if you pay attention, people true colors and intentions really be revealed. Get your emotions and get your feelings out of it. And this coming straight. And This is coming strictly from personal experience, but this also is speaking towards directly to me. Because sometimes my feelings get into it, my emotion. I'm like, dang, son, what? No, get your feelings and emotions out of the equation and just look at it for what it is and accept it for what it is. I know you love these people. God know you love hard, like me. God know I love strong and hard, and people who know me personally know I love hard. But at the same time, don't let that love that you have for people keep you so blind to the spirit attached to them that they could be a really enemy. They real, like y'all like to call them opposition. They really could be a person used by the enemy to distract you, deter you from the will and purpose for God have for your life. Cause it's a light on you. Like, I love you enough for the ones who I do know and for the ones I don't even know or haven't even met yet. But God is using me as a light and putting His spirit on me to speak through the airways to help you. It's a light in you. You see that? It's a light in you. And sometimes I know you can't see it or feel it because you're surrounded by nothing but chaos and stuff like that. But I don't care what the world try to tell you or make you feel. Hey, God loves you and God want to bring it out of you, but you have to stop fighting it. Like I encourage you, get by yourself. Isolate yourself from people, places, and things. Sometimes stay at home. Go somewhere where you can be isolated and just be alone with yourself and allow God to come in. Like what hit me about that so deep yesterday because I looked at my household, I like looked at my family, and I looked at I was watching this TikTok, this dude called, the name of his page is Unc is Talking. He was speaking somewhere. I don't know if that was his wife, but it was some woman behind the camera, and they was basically speaking on. He had said that the parenting has been overtaken by the devices. Parents are not even parenting and nurturing their kids anymore. The devices, this technology is, the world is basically. And one was like, we can go even a step further. Like you see relationships in so-called marriages now. They in the bed, both of them on their phone. They at the table on the phone. They in the car together on the phone. It's like for it to start reversing it, you need what I recommend, get away from the phone, really talk and engage, because a lot of, and then the only time we really talk is when we want something or just at spur of the moment. Me personally, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Deep down, I really hate it because I'd have been a victim to it and I'd have done it. I really hate how we go to family member houses now, the children. Some of them are locked in. You're locked in with a conversation here and there, but for the majority of the part, everybody in their phones. And I also know that the technology, it has pros and cons, and it can be used for good and evil. But when that spirit hits you, like, man, I need to step off this. My family, hey, because I recommend this. If we go out to eat or something, or you have a little function at your house, man, everybody, yeah, we gonna laugh and joke, probably get a little fun, but before that list setting removed, we need to really put all them phones away and lock in. How are you feeling? What's going on? Bring me into your world and I can bring you into mine. And before we do anything, we need to pray that God be in the midst of this to help us, because like I said, including myself, we all have areas for improvement and we all need correction. We all need to stop running from correction and running towards corruption. We need to flee corruption and run towards correction. And correction can come from many places or things or and people. Because God can use anything and everything to get his message across. He's trying to say something to you. Like for example, he can use someone like me. A lot of people label me as a nobody and all that. I'm somebody to God. That's why I don't even be tripping about it. I be real. I really be deep down. I really be loving how I can go places. And it could be something similar as my hometown. And I can move around, people don't even know me. I'm be real, me personally, right now, that'd be cool. That'd be lovely. I know a lot of people, they remember me or ain't seen me in a while. Like I was when I was in the mix the other day, a girl I haven't seen since what? about 2000 and in person I haven't crossed her path since 2000 probably 8 or something. And she was like, God damn, wait, where the hell you been? I ain't seen you in forever. I just been cooling. So it's like people know me, a lot of people know me. I'm not like quote unquote popular like all these other people through the city and stuff. And I be cool with it. Cause for one, I don't even care for the attention. I don't even care. But I know I'm somebody and I am somebody to God. I am. I am it. So and now as of lately I've finally been not cocky or arrogant, but being humble, but wise enough to accept God is changing it in real time. You will be someone. People will know your name. People will know your work. But never forget this, the only reason they know of your work, they know you, is because of me and I'm working through you. So all praise to the most high God for that. I'm just a servant. I literally want to be a servant for God. I want God to start using me how he want to use me. Take me to the place he want to take me. Communicate with the people that you want me to communicate with. Start doing these things that you want me to do and I need to do. Like I'm not gonna touch on something but yesterday, but we're gonna let God work that situation out however it go. I hope it goes to the sky and it's glorifying you and exalting you. But yesterday I had seen I had something yesterday something came towards me and I'm gonna be real, I was lost for words how the person was talking about the certain thing. They were like, boom man, Will, I'm a you see what I'm saying, I would like you to mess with me on this type of opportunity because I see it in you and I know it's on you. And I was just lost for words. I'm like, man, God, I'm gonna let you do this. Cause you know me, I run from stuff. No, we gonna let you use us. We not gonna be fearful. I mean, yeah, we're gonna be fearless. We're gonna allow you to move through this. Whatever happens, happens. If it's meant for it to happen in your name, but all I know, if I be in that position, make sure I glorify you. I humble myself before you. I do what needs to be done. I do what have to be done to glorify you. Because I do not want to be led by my own flesh. I don't want to be leaning on my own understanding no more because I know I lack a lot. And I'm just constantly looking by my past life and the mistakes I've been making. I'm tired of living this life. I'm tired of being in that mindset, son. I really want to do it right. And I want to make sure you're in the midst that you always lead me. So the only way I can know you leading me, I got to seek you. I got to stay in your presence. I got to humble myself. Hey, God, what do you want out of me today? How can I be a blessing today? Not just be in the mindset of trying to receive a blessing all the time. No, how can I be a blessing? And like I constantly say, it hit me deep now because I didn't used to be like this. I didn't used to think like this. Whatever you have for me, whatever you're trying to produce in me, it's bigger than me. It's bigger than my family. It's bigger than money. It's bigger than cars, clothes, and all that stuff. This is for the world, son. This is for the world. This is for your people. This is literally for your people. This is literally for your people. You just using me like a little earthly vessel representative and stuff like that. But it's really for you. It ain't really for me. That's why I gotta get out of the mindset of trying to control everything. No, this is not my doing. I'm just a vessel. It's like I'm just observe. I'm just dang. I see how you rock. Dang, that's how you rocking, God. I should have been on this path. And then it's like we still recording. Bet. That also be the main thing about it. Don't get so stuck in the mind like, man, I should have been here. I should have been here. Yeah, you can. I don't want you to stay stuck in that mindset. And this coming from experience. I stay stuck in the past so much. Sometimes I can't even live in the present to build a better future. Man, let that past go behind you. It's in the past, man. You can't run back and change it. And I encourage you to do this. If you ever catch yourself falling back, reflecting on the past, zone in on the mistakes you made so you don't make them now. And you bring that in real time. Oh, okay, I remember falling in this, doing that so much. Don't do this going forward. But don't just sit there like, man, I missed them days. I missed them. Man, you missing everything God wants you to do now so you can get a better future. That be the main thing. Like I said, it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done, but we really have to do that. We really have to do it. And it's like I say, it's tempting to stay stagnant and go backwards. It's so tempting to just do what please your flesh every day because your flesh has an appetite that's never ending. But your spirit want to do everything that's of God to keep you in God's presence, to keep you in God's presence. And trust me, man, where is it? Where is it? I can't even let it slide because I don't want to even misquote it. What that is? Yeah, I forgot the password. Bet. Let me hop on real quick. Man, hold on. Let me see can I hop on real quick. Please let me hop on without doing all that. I feel like they're gonna stop it. Oh Lord, they didn't. We're gonna see. Turn the TV off. Okay, bet we can go on. Cause I don't want to cause this verse always come to my head, but I don't want to misquote it this time. So just give me a little minute. I'm going to the thing. Where is it? Boom, right there. All right, so do that. All right. I could be wrong. I think it's this. Is it? Um, nope. Is it this? Ah, somebody help me. Somebody help me. Somebody help me. Man, I really wish I could. You know what? If it's not up in here, I'm just gonna do this now. Hold on, give me 1 minute. I'm almost there. Mm, that's what it was. I was right. It was in Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha. I thought it was one, but it was two. Mm, right there. Ecclesiasticus 2:1. This is in the Apocrypha. For the ones who don't know, to the best of my knowledge, how I can break it down to you, the Apocrypha is 14 books that was according to what I have dove into research wise, they say was took out of the Bible. Like I said, 14 books. You know, you got 66 plus the 14, so that make 80. So it's 14 books that were taken out, and like for example, if you was to go look up a 1611 King James Version Bible, they'll have it within there. Now, hey, you go do with that what you want to do. I just thought I would let you know this, but listen to this because this is key. This is real key right here. Ecclesiasticus 2:1. My son, or in women form, you can say, my daughter, if thou come serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. When you call yourself to serve God, be a servant of God, be a real life servant. When you want to walk that narrow path, your soul will be tempted. Your flesh ain't gonna like that. The enemy not gonna like that. So your soul gonna be tempted. Your flesh gonna rise. It's almost like your flesh gonna start rising and the appetite gonna get more and more aggressive. But that's what discipline, obedience, self-control come in. You can't do it alone. You're gonna have to rely on God. You're gonna have to go to God for that understanding. You're gonna have to go to God to help you. Cause when let me tell you this from experience, when the enemy see that you individually ain't going for that no more, you gonna control your flesh desire because the urge gonna come. The urge gonna come. Temptation gonna come, but you don't have to fall to the sin. Cause they also tell you sin brings death. I gotta touch on that. That was yet now that was some that was some stuff that we were touching on yesterday. That was some stuff we were touching on yesterday. But yeah, my bad. I start trips. I just get in the zone sometimes. But yeah, you will get tempted, but you don't have to fall into the sin. And then I even used to say this a lot, but now since I know a little better, I start changing the statement and how I look at it. God would never test or tempt you with something that's opposite of him. So God is not the one that tempt you to do anything that's against his will for your life or separate you from him. So that's really the enemy. But if it help you, you can look at this as a test. And if you look at this a test from God, oh, I need to pass this. I used to deal with this sin. I used to, every time this temptation used to come, I used to fall into it. This a test from God. I gotta pass it. Flee from it. Oh, stand bold and don't fold. However it is. If you want to just put in your head that, man, anything that's tempting me fleshly wise, I know it's the enemy. You want me to fail, but I'ma pass. Or if it make it better when anything comes, man, that's a test from God to test my faith, to test who my trust really rely in. I gotta pass it, standing. I'm gonna do what I need to do, not what I want to do. I'm gonna do what I need to do, aka I'm gonna do what God lead me to do. Telling you something, it get real deep. It get real deep. Like when you just sit there and ponder on this stuff, it be like, man, I was this whole time I've been lost, led astray. But the main thing it come to, and this from experience, we lack faith and trust in our creator, but at the most of the time we just lack a personal relationship with our creator. We always trying to, I'm gonna put this out here. I can't have a relationship with God for you just as well as you can't have a relationship with God for me. So with that being said, you're gonna have to seek you're gonna have to get their relationship where it need to be on your own. Now he gonna bring you in the midst of communities, brothers and sisters, and people that can lead you the right way, give you game. What they always like to say, I can bring a horse to the lake, but I can't make him drink. I can bring people to God. I can show you the goodness and greatness and the mercy of God have on an individual's life. But I can't make you have a relationship. I can't get you to have a relationship for me. That's something that you're gonna have to look yourself in the mirror. Man, I need a relationship with my creator. I'm gonna start doing this myself. Now, not saying that what is it? Not saying that you're gonna do all this. You can do all this by yourself. You can't. You can't. I don't want you to think. Now, it's gonna be seasons where you're gonna have to be isolated. But at the same thing, don't think that you can walk this walk for the rest of your life by yourself. You're going to need God, and you're going to need people with the Spirit of God around you, communities. If you want to go to, man, hey, I'm glad I even touched. I'm glad I'm finna talk about that. If you want to go to church, son, hey, go to church, son. But this is what I tell you. Last time I checked, we are the church. Stop worshiping buildings. We make the church now. The people make the church. The Spirit of God that's moving through us, that makes the church. The building is just a building, son. You can have a church out in your backyard, son. God, this is how I think. I could be totally wrong. You can agree or disagree. I feel like where God is in the midst, that's what church is at. That's what church is at. You can have church in your house. You can have church in your car. You can have church on a bus. You can have church at work. It's not confined to a building. Like I said, the people make the church. The building don't make the church. The spirit is in those people that make the church. The spirit of our Father in the midst that makes the church. You see what I'm saying? So don't get that confused. Now, if you want to go to a actual church, hey, help yourself. I just don't want you to get it confused where, oh, I'm only, I can only feel the spirit or only can call myself a servant if I'm constantly busting down the church. Let's be honest. People bust down the church. People been busting down the doors of the church every time they fly open and gonna bust hell right open. Gonna lead you away. Gonna corrupt you. And like what I gotta go to it. Cause they hit me deep yesterday. But it was. Boom, right there. Turn the TV off. I don't know why, man. I need to get that out of my head. That thing. Ever since I heard that, that been in my head. Where is it? 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 Uh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's somewhere up in here. Where is it? Bet. I'm just gonna go right here. Basically, let's just say in James 1:22 through 24. I'm just gonna go to it. Where's James? James 1. Bet. But be ye doers of the word and not hearers, only deceiving your own selves. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in a glass. For he behold himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he is. So when we hear this wisdom from God, when we hear these instructions to change our life, to help our brothers and sisters become servants, chase the light, run away from the darkness, we can't just hear it and just hear it and hear it and hear it. That's from experience. Are we still recording? Bet. We can't just be here. We also have to hear the word and start doing it. Apply it to our life. Apply it to our life. And I'm gonna be honest. Like I told y'all the other day, for me, the biggest thing I ever dealt with was applying. Cause like I said, what I tell myself now, a fool seeks knowledge and find knowledge and stop. Oh, I got it. That's it. But a wise man seek knowledge, find knowledge, and apply the knowledge. Because the knowledge is life changing. It's life changing just to know this. But when you apply it, oh Lord, that's a whole different atmosphere right there. Okay, I was seeking this life changing knowledge. God allowed me to find it. Now since I found it, man, put it to use, apply it. Oh Lord, now that's when life start changing. That's when your life gonna really take. Man, that's when your life gonna change, son. Like, and it gets so deep because man, we never really used to be on this type of stuff. Like, yeah, they used to take us to church. Yeah, we went to the church school, but man, I really wasn't really reading it for myself and applying it. That's why my life is how it is now. You have to get to a point where you're so disciplined, obedient, where you don't care what you have to lose in this earthly life. You don't care who you gonna lose, because you're not gonna lose the people who God really want in your circle, want in your life. The people who led by the Spirit. I mean, I wish cause I can't think about the verse. Man, did I touched on that in Mark. What that is? That was Mark. I can't think of the verse right now because I don't have my notebook with me. But it was in Mark when Jesus was teaching I want to say he was in the synagogue, and people came and told him that his mother, brother, I think his sister was wanting him or looking for him basically. And he said, "Who is my mother, brother, and sister? The ones who my mother and brother or sister are doing the will of the Father. Those are my true family." And I'm like, so that go back what I was just saying. The people who God need in your life and really want in your life, that's gonna bring life to you, and you're gonna bring life to them. Those people gonna stay with even in your growth. But not just that, those people gonna want to get on the same path with you. Them people gonna want to cleanse their mind by the soul and spirit. They gonna want to start operating different. They gonna want to start seeking God. But the people who want nothing to do with God, most of the time God is going to remove them from your life anyway. They really are. If he don't remove them completely, y'all just not gonna be where y'all used to be, because you about your father business now. You really trying to get things accomplished in life, but you you listening to your father now. You listening to that spiritual side. You're not listening to that fleshly side, because that fleshly side gonna keep you stagnant and corrupt and divide your family and your life. But that spiritual side, it's gonna pour life into you. It's gonna pour life into your family. It's gonna bring y'all together. It's gonna be unity, and it's gonna be strong. It's gonna be clear communication. Y'all gonna be on one accord. Most of the times now, when we go to households or families and all that, they not on one accord. Majority of the time, they not on one accord. And then it's universal for every race, nationality, and all that. But I be low key zoning in on our community, the colored, because that's what I see on the daily. And a lot of our community are broken. Is broken. But just because it's broken, that don't mean they have to stay broken. But it take things like this, having these conversations, getting some understanding, spreading wisdom in the midst. And then sometimes we have to stop acting like we know everything. Cause I ain't gonna stop. I used to move in that spirit. Now I'm just like, oh, I lack so much. I need to shut up and listen. A lot of us, we don't want to be quiet and listen. And sometimes we listen just to give a response. We not listening to really understand what's being spoken. Like I was telling my little 11-year-old cousin, cause me and her was talking, and I kind of forgot that she was even like that much younger than me, cause how she was really speaking on topics and stuff. I'm like, okay, God really pouring out His spirit of wisdom on y'all this generation. I rock with this, son. Keep it up. But it was like, man, I lost my train of thought just that fast. Oh yeah, man, don't just be listening just to respond, but really listen to learn something and apply it to your life. Cause you that's what it was. Cause you can learn something like me, 28 years young. I can still learn something from a peer. Someone is in my age range. I can learn something from someone older than me, just as well as I can learn some from someone that's way younger than me. So don't be never try to get in the mindset to operate above. You are never a student. You just teaching, teaching, teaching. No, you can learn too. And I really pray any person who really deal with that spirit, God remove it off you. Because me personally, I be around a lot of people who, I'm gonna be honest, I love them dearly, but I don't like the spirits that be on them. They have the spirit of anger. They stay frustrated. They stay aggravated. They don't want to listen. They think they know everything. I really pray for them. I really do. I really be praying for them. But I constantly pray for myself, because I caught myself now. When I observe people and I see spirits on people, or I see a certain thing, I'm like, dang, why are you doing the most in that situation? Don't even call for all that. I instantly analyze myself like, ooh, that could be us, that used to be us, and this currently us. Deal with that. Go to God for some correction. Get that off me. I gotta change. Because if you can see that in someone else, because it's always easy to point the finger and see other people doing, but you gotta kind of look at you. What am I doing wrong? What can I do? That's why, man, be cool. It's not that serious. You see what they was doing? Don't do that. I know it's easy. I know you get frustrated, get aggravated, but you just flashing out or showing that lit aggressive energy and all that, that's not going to cause anything to get better. That's only gonna make this situation worse. That's really only gonna make this worse. Like seriously, it's only gonna make it worse. And that's crazy. I didn't even know I'd be running to y'all for an hour. I really didn't. But man, I just really encourage everyone out there to, man, not just strive to get along just to get along, but strive to really get on one accord with God and constantly keep God in the midst of your life as an individual, your life as you have a union, especially in your life as you have children you bringing up. Whether you and your wife have kids or y'all co-parent, whatever y'all situation, man, keep God in the midst. We all need God in our life. We all have a purpose on our life, and we can't do it just farting around following the world. We can't do that. We done that for many years, and look where it has gotten us. I know I'm not the only person that got to rise up in an uncomfortable situation. I know I'm not the only person that look myself in the mirror and not really happy with what I've been producing and how I'm really living, how my mindset is, how my daily habits is. I know I'm not the only person. That's why, but going through this, I'm going to come speak this and allow God to use these words to help you, to make you think about your life. I'm not claiming here to be no prophet or none of those things. I'm just a sinner, just like you, filthy rag, constantly going to God for some correction and cleansing. But through all that, he using me. Because I know it's some things in me that need to come out that can really help people. And just from it coming from a person like me, it'll resonate with people. It'll resonate with them. So all praise to God for what is happening right now and what is all being produced. Because I know me, the real me, and God know I ain't lying when I'm finna say this. The real me, I'll be just put up somewhere, just farting around, wasting my life, not doing really nothing productive and not following him. I remember I used to do all those things. Not really being productive, not listening to God, not seeking God, and but now I'm like really finally surrendering. Hey God, use me every day. Use me for your will. I know I'm not happy. I'm not at peace. I know I smile and laugh and joke daily, but inside I'm not at peace. I strongly have a hatred for who the spirits that been on me, the spirits I have allowed on me, and I hate the spirits that on people around me that I really love, family, friends, whoever. You know deep down I do not be fulfilled, I be empty. And I know I can't do this on my own. And I'm not trying to come off hypocritical, judgmental, but I'm going to speak how I really feel. And you know I mean well how I'm speaking. I'm trying to lead them a better way. And I'm trying to drop something that could make them think maybe I need to change this. I don't know everything. I'm full of flaws. We still learning. But as we learning, God is allowing us to help people. But it's really him. But like I said, only thing, hey, I'm bring you to God. Anything, if I do make it, create or whatever, everything got to be God, and it got to be about bringing a soul to God. I can't do that. It's not like I'm finna come up here, talk about all this stupid stuff like I used to be. No, this is real business going on. This is real stuff. We are going through spiritual warfare each and every day. A lot of people don't like to talk about it. A lot of people think it's crazy. This is real. You're not feeling this way for no reason. Most of the time you have allowed demons, spirits on your household. You have a lot open gates for spirits on your children. That's why families right now, how they is, the generations is. I ain't gonna even talk like that. I'm not gonna talk like that. I'm gonna keep that language out of here. But our families is very dysfunctional right now. And God really wants to break generational curses on every aspect in your life and your lineage. And maybe he wants to use you to do that. But you're being hard-headed. You're being led by the spirit of deceit, and you're confused and following the God of the world and doing what the enemy wants you to do. And I'm going to be real. I don't talk that talk with him. Be real with him. And this from another getting experience. I know it's a lot of people that's in this situation. It's a lot of people know deep down that we'll just keep it simple for their family or they friend group. You call them your brothers, your sisters. God put on your spirit, you know deep down they are wicked. They are wicked individuals. And you'll just keep your mouth closed because you don't want to disturb the peace, or you'll keep your mouth closed because you don't want to be the oddball. You constantly be a follower and constantly shut up about things that really bother you, nothing will change. But when you lock in with God and start letting God use you in a certain way, anything and everything will change. I can tell you by saying nothing at all and you not changing your life for the better and being a light in the darkness for other people and as well as a light in the darkness for your own life, you only gonna be nothing is gonna change in your life. It's gonna be stagnant and get worse. And that's just like the honest truth. I know it's a lot of people out there that's surrounded by nothing but negativity. They don't want to be the oddball. They don't want to be looked down upon. At this point, I used to be that. I can admit that I used to be a people pleaser. I used to care about what people think of me. Now, me talking, I don't. I'm not gonna talk how I really want to talk. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it clear. I'm gonna be straight. I'm gonna chill out. But I really could care less about what my family think about me. Half of them already think I'm crazy, weird, or living la la land. About their strangers or friends or the world. Period. I really don't care what they think about me. So I really do not care. I really do not care. I don't. I don't. But once in my life, I'm really comfortable. The skin I live in and the life I'm living and the path I'm walking down. Because I know I'm not being led astray no more. I'm just letting God lead me. It's easier said than done. We still go through trials and tribulations. The enemy always trying to tempt us and make us fulfill our flesh desires. But we gotta stand 10 toes. We have to. The enemy is very cunning and deceiving, and he will use any and everything and anyone and everyone to pull you from God. But check this. God can use and will use anything and anything and everyone and anyone around you in your life to pull you to him. Just lock in. Word of servant out. I love you.